Hello and benvenuto. This is Life's Questions and Lessons, the unedited self-reflection podcast. I'm your host, Charity Youngblood, and I am so grateful that you are here with me today. Let's get started with our first question. What can I do when I feel discouraged? What can I do when I feel discouraged? So I am unfortunately feeling quite discouraged today. I recently started a plant-based diet, meal delivery. I started with meal delivery because I didn't want to think about what to cook, and I already had issues with meal planning and prep for years. It's stressful, and I just didn't want to dedicate time to it. So I started that about 3 weeks ago, and just to level set, I was already eating really, really healthy. I'm not sure if you listened to any other episodes besides this one. So I was already eating 5 to 6 servings of, non-starchy vegetables a day, lean protein, healthy fats. So it wasn't that much of a jump to go to a plant-based diet. I stopped eating eggs already. I already don't eat dairy, blah, blah, blah. It wasn't that far of a jump. But unfortunately, my digestive system decided it was that far of a jump. And I've been having all kinds of problems. My sleep has been interrupted. I've had headaches, backaches, and also on top of all of that, it's affecting my weight training. And so this morning actually was the first day after I talked to my personal trainer, and I said, I need to cut back and really figure this thing out while my body is adjusting to a plant-based diet, because I don't want to give up just yet. I've been doing some research, and I should have did some research before I started, because then I would have known what to expect. But digestive issues, just because of the increase in fiber alone, can really, it can be uncomfortable. So that's kind of starting to settle. Again, it's been about 3 weeks. So that's kind of starting to settle. But my workouts have definitely been affected. My muscles are much more sore than they used to be. And I'm just hungry. I don't think I haven't found the balance quite yet. So that being said, this morning's workout was the first workout where I really had to pull back. And I was very discouraged. And I told my personal trainer, because we're very honest, and just like I'm honest with you here on the podcast, because I am someone who's very goal oriented and progress oriented. And with weight training, that progress is either the number of sets or, increasing the amount of seconds or minutes or something. But there's an increase. It's a progressive overload. And I'm now having to take a lot of steps back, and I was really, really discouraged. So I thought that this would be something that's uncomfortable for me to share, which means I need to share it, because one of the reasons that I started this podcast was I wanted a place where, you as the listener could understand that life is not always butterflies and rainbows, and that's okay. And I wanted you to see my struggles and my obstacles and my challenges in hopes that that resonates with you, so that you know that you're not alone in that. So the way that, it's working for me, I've been doing self-reflection work for years and years and years. And my goal is really to not feel discouraged, but it's really to hopefully be able to have the perspective come sooner. So as I was exploring this question for myself, it's like, okay, you had goals of, you wanted to lift 30 pounds on a particular exercise, or you wanted to go for, 2 minutes on a particular cycle. Now your goal needs to be keep showing up, right? And so as you're exploring this for yourself, if you're not, exercising, maybe you're working on a project and it's not going the way you thought it would be. The progress isn't visible to you. And really think about this in curiosity, right? We always want to explore these questions in curiosity, but really think about the perspective. Have you been showing up? Have you been giving your all? Have you, stopped to think about how far you've come? And that really, I think, will provide a lot of insights, just giving yourself a little bit of grace as you're moving through whatever process it is, whatever goal it is. there's going to be cycles. There's going to be times where it's like, let's go, let's do it. And there's going to be times where you need to step back and say, okay, I need this time to breathe, or I need this time to reflect. And that is all a part of the goal. That is all a part of the process. So I really hope this episode has been helpful for you. As always, please rate and review this podcast wherever you're listening to my words. And if this was helpful for you, please share it. And until next time, take care.